All right. Good evening, Worlds Collide. Good. Where I am Papa Shango, and I've got Cirrus Rose in the booth with me tonight. We got a high-powered matchup between Drinks, Glue, and Falcon Hit in the War of the Magi Monthly Tournaments. We're doing the Doom's Rage flag set. How you doing tonight, Series?
I'm doing very well. I'm excited to see two high-powered runners running a high-powered flag set like Doom's Rage.
Oh yeah, this is one of the generally the people like this one the most out of the three flag sets. So you get a lot of big sticks, a lot of high physical power, and you can good item rewards, and you can really fly on this one, even though you do only start with two characters.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VI is kind of notorious for being very magic heavy, especially in the early part and first half of the game. So a flag set that kind of forces you and encourages you to do some more vigor or strength-based things where you just get to bonk stuff over the head. Who's not going to like that?
Yeah, exactly. That's always great to do. And so but with only the two characters start, you're kind of limited on your options when you get started. And so the start of the seed might be a little linear, but with these two great runners, I got a feeling we'll be able to see some great strategies here.
Yeah, and if you're familiar with kind of typical Worlds Collide scaling, it's enemies are going to get stronger and give more experience based on. Normally, it would be based on the number of characters and espers you found. In this, the scaling of the enemies and bosses is actually based on the number of checks you've done. So if you just starting with two characters, you can do 3 checks trying to find another character, not have any luck, and everything is still a lot harder with no reward for it. So 2 character start, definitely pretty spicy.
Yeah, for sure. And then the way the scaling works on these flag sets is your enemy levels are increased by your check count. That's not your progression, your check count, but your experience rewards do scale off your progression. So starting with only two characters, our experience reward will be pretty low.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting dilemma because you feel like with just 2 characters, you want to get them experience so they can survive what's going on in the beginning more easily, but you also don't want to spend a bunch of time grinding if it's not very lucrative. And it looks
Yeah,
like we're off.
and we are off, and it looks like we've starting with Edgar. Always love to see that. And Tara, nice start.
Yeah, we got a couple of free checks available, which means hopefully we won't have to fight too hard for our starting characters. There were a handful of pop-ups that appeared at the very beginning of this. Basically, boss levels are 3 levels higher to start, dragons are 6 levels higher, and your magic is down 10, and your vigor is up 20.
Yep, and even though your magic is down a bit, to start, magic is still very strong, even with the lower magic stats, and especially early in the game. So even with that reduced magic, I'd still expect to see a lot of it in the start here, unless we stumble upon something to change that.
Yeah. Nice thing with the Terra start is getting to loot this Imperial camp, but I didn't see a whole lot of fun there, and not even a whole lot of stuff that sells for much. So, a little disappointing, but there's still plenty of chests to open.
Oh yeah, for sure. In terms of a sealed cave, there, that was pretty disappointing. With a potion, the disappointment continues.
Now, with the Doom flag set, the random chances for chests and shops are a bit higher than normal, which in layman's terms means you're more likely to find cool stuff.
Yep, definitely. And then also the dead checks or the item reward checks are mainly weapons, ice shields, and mega elixirs. So you have a good chance of getting some good offense if you do fall into a dead check, uh, or kill a dragon, which is guaranteed giving you a high tier item. I expect our runners to attack some dragons as soon as they're able to.
Yeah, dragons do provide another benefit in Doom specifically, where if you kill one dragon, you get auto reflect on your team, which can be helpful, but is often kind of a pain for healing your party. 3, you get auto haste, and 5 dragons, you get auto image.
Yeah, which is kind of a chore to get to, but for our end game when we're fighting final Kefka, that auto image can be your calmness protection. You're in a tight spot. Ooh, and we get our first character right away. I like seeing Mog here because we've already got Terra. Terra's got a check in World of Balance Narsh at the Welt Gate, and it combos great with Mog's checks of going up Narsh, getting the free lone wolf check, combo with Kefka at Narsh, which will then drop you off right in front at Moogle Defense. So that's going to be a really nice, efficient loop for our runners to do to hopefully find their fourth character and then fill out the party.
Yeah, we've also got a few options for how we want to do some early grinding. So while I mentioned that there is +3 levels to enemies and +6 levels to to +3 to bosses and +6 to dragons, there's not that bonus to enemies. So they'll just be the regular scaling, which can still be a bit high, but it can make. Oh, and that is an experience
That
egg
is
in
an
a shop.
experience egg.
Forget what I'm talking about, and we're gonna start selling the farm trying to get it.
Wasn't a whole lot out of that sealed cave to get enough to buy one of those quite yet, but there's still plenty of looting to do. Oh, and Glue
Yeah.
decided to buy that Esper for 30,000, so that's gonna make it harder to get one of those eggs.
Yeah, I don't blame him so much. I mean, the XP eggs, you're not really gonna need them until you start killing stuff. We've still got some looting and shopping and free checks to do. Gauntlets, I'm very happy to see in a flag set like that. Oh, we had them for sale, and we had one in a chest. Because we get those big sticks, a Gauntlet Illumina person, that's gonna be what that person does probably the entire seed. I do wish our runners went to the same town because we've had so much to talk about.
Yeah, we have. They were kind of together there for a little bit. Now they're definitely spreading apart. But we got Atlas Armless for sales, Gauntlets for sales, a Minerva in a barrel. We've got some high-powered equipment we've found. And let's see if what Falcon Hit does when he sees this. He's looted a little bit more from going to... oh, those are only 45,000 GP experience eggs. Those are very affordable experience eggs.
It's pretty quick to come back here and get that XP egg, so I can see just holding off, remembering it's here, coming back.
Yeah,
We still got some free checks to do.
Yep, and we see Drinks Glue going into the South Figaro basement. Very dense area, a lot of treasure chests. Hopefully it'll feed his experience egg that he would like to buy multiples of.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of a tricky thing in a flag set like this, and against a runner of, I mean, both of their caliber, is doing that extra looting to get the money to buy the fun things. It does take time, and they probably don't feel like they have a lot of time to spare.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're in a 1-versus-1 race, it changes a little bit than when you do our normal, or not normal, but what a lot of our events in the Worlds Collide community are at the... oh, and there's an offering and a red cap, some good equipment there. We have a lot of async races in our community that are against like a big group of people, and you kind of just try and do your best average times. When you're in a 1v1, especially against someone like Falcon Hit and Drinks Glue, both top runners in the community, you got to try and shave the seconds where you can.
Yeah. Now, it looks like Falcon Hit didn't go into the basement of South Figaro. I'm wondering if his plan is to do his shopping in the World of Ruin, South Figaro, where you'll get that discount if you have Edgar in your party.
Yeah, I think
World
that
of Ruin
makes
South
sense.
Figaro is also easier to loop around in because of how the NPCs are. So hopefully not going to miss out on that offering.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't, but he might. There's kind of been a little more of a... the basement used to be something everyone did all the time, but now it seems like it's something that's fallen out of favor a little bit. Not a ton, but some people don't do it as often anymore, so we'll see if he does it.
And is there anything we can do about this timer that none of us noticed until someone in chat was kind enough to point it out?
That was my fault. Let me just check over at one of these guys what their timer's at. Glue doesn't have one. And there we go. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, as soon as you start doing commentary and trying to fill up all the time, you just forget all the obvious things.
Yep, yep. Thank you for pointing that out. Binskits.
So far it seems like we've got a lot of almost power. We've got that offering. We've got XP eggs in the shops. We haven't gotten anything to really take advantage of those things. You know, an offering needs a good weapon. Those gauntlets and those XP eggs, you want to go on somebody eventually. But we're not really seeing our way through yet, though I'm sure it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, and it looked like Falcon Hit opted to buy 2 experience eggs and skipped the Zen Thief for now.
Yeah, you can always get it in the World of Ruin if you need to, and it wasn't super cheap. It was kind of middle of the road, like 30,000. And Glue is going to do his shopping and looting in the World of Ruin, South Figaro.
Well, there's a Pearl Rod. That's a great find to see. Really helps with the push scaling a little bit and take out your first boss or maybe even a dragon. Ooh, and a Genji glove for sale. We've got a lot. We have a lot of our force multipliers here, but we just are lacking the main ingredient right now. We've got our salt,
Yeah,
we've got our pepper, but we got our garlic and our butter, but we don't have our steak yet.
Yeah, you can't shoot a gun without a bullet, or a bullet without a gun. I don't know which would be which.
I'm in here if you want to like take kind of the back seat.
Sure. If you'd like, looks like we got Eridos here in the booth. They're gonna take over for me. Thanks for coming in, and so have fun with the rest of the broadcast.
And Shango. And it
Yeah,
looks like Falcon Hit just found an XP egg in the Moogle house. So that's 3 XP eggs for him. We're making an omelet here today, and we're going into the Moogle defense check. Possibly trying to do some grinding before we get the scaling 2 out of hand.
Yeah, that would definitely is a good, like somewhat of a good grinding option, especially if you like have Mog. It has a lot of fixed encounters that you can fight. Granted, they are the exact same fight every single time, so if you get a horrible fight, they're bad. You know, if they're a horrible fight, the whole grind can do.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll get something good. I did mention earlier that that +3 levels boost that comes at the beginning of the seed doesn't apply to regular encounters like these fixed encounters. So it's definitely a little bit easier to grind on them than it would be to do like a dragon or something.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
And this, folks, is why you research your undead enemies. Some of them are not obvious, but you would much rather just use a Revivify and call it a day, instead of trying to take these things down.
Yeah, definitely. And if I'm not mistaken, we have all of our experience eggs on all of our characters here too. So we're gonna be leveling up twice as fast than normally.
And it looks like, unless I'm wrong, the Humpties also drop Revivifies, which is nice. But they also don't have that much health at this point, so...
Yeah, they don't have that much HP. So there we go, making progress.
Now, normally people say the first XP egg is always more valuable than the second. I don't know how often people talk about how the third compares. Ooh, and on Glue side, this is a much worse option to grind on.
Yeah, this fight's not gonna be, unless he gets super lucky. I don't think he's really gonna be able to do this very well. Yeah, just get out of there.
Yeah, this is a Kefka's Tower fight, I believe, and they usually open up with level 5 Doom and then level 4 Flare. They also probably have high HP, and let's see what Falcon Hit gets to fight now.
Guardian.
Not one that I'm thrilled to be seeing at this point. Pretty high HP. We do have a Thunder Rod, but if this doesn't do the majority of it, it's going to be a little bit. Now, Glue has a much nicer grind fight here. This is I believe it's a Phoenix Cave fight, and the Chaos Dragons actually don't do anything significant for like 5 turns or something. The problem is just killing them.
We got a downed Mog though, unfortunately, on Falcon Hit's end.
Yeah.
See if we can pick ourselves back up.
I mean, if our scaling is, I didn't see how much that Thunder Rod did, but if our scaling is at like 10,
I think it did about 1,800 damage.
Yeah. If the scaling is at like 10, that would be, you'd be looking at like a 9,000 HP Guardian.
Oh, we got him. We got him. He's down.
Perfect. Yeah, I think we've only done 2 checks so far, so we were able to get it down. And that's probably the biggest hurdle that Falcon Hit is going to face, is getting past this early game.
Yeah, definitely.
Meanwhile, Glue has his own hurdle. Those Chaos Dragons, I said they're not threatening, but they do still have a fair amount of HP.
Kieran Esper looks like it ups magic power +1. So that's pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, even though this flag set doesn't prioritize magic as much, magic is still such a dominating force in Worlds Collide. So having someone who has high magic for the spells that are available in this flag set, or even just for breaking...
Looks like we're checking the trap chest. Getting hit with the wall attack, though, unfortunately.
Now, I don't believe Falconet has done the... Oh!
Ooh,
another nice
this
thing
is a really good one for experience. I can't see a reason why Falconet would pass this up.
Yeah. Gigantos give quite a lot of XP. Usually, if you are checking a monster in a box, you're looking for maybe Katana Soul or something for an offering, but Gigantos is a close second for what you want to find. Now, Falconhead didn't find the offering in Figaro Basement, so I don't know if we were hunting that down, but I don't know if he would hunt down an offering without something to use it with yet. So, who knows what he's thinking. His brain is just so much bigger than mine as far as Worlds Collide goes, so I trust it's the right decision.
You know, I'm the same. I'm not too big into racing anymore, but I do love to commentate.
I mean, who doesn't love to talk about this game?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
If you're here, it's either because you love the game or because I conned you into watching this.
Yeah, we love to talk, though.
So Glue is going to get that, what'll be a 3rd XP egg for him as well. Falconhead, it looks like around level 20 or something. Glue at level 19. So if he decides to do the Moogle Defense, he'll have an easier time. But he's not, he's just moving on. So far, we have yet to see any of the big sticks. Anything that's going to really do a lot of damage, but we've got opportunities coming up.
It looks like heading in to do the Welk into Lone Wolf Kefka and Narsh check. It's interesting.
And Narsh not having our favorite things to fight. Luckily we have an Ice Rod, because Curly is weak to ice and is probably the most annoying of the bunch.
Just because of the fact that they can revive.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
And do you happen to know the statuses that the other 2 are weak to?
So the one on the left is weak against fire, because he does ice, obviously. Not entirely sure. I've been out of the loop for too long what the right one is, but top one's definitely weak against ice. So it's like ice, fire, and whatever is on the right.
You
But
can
doesn't matter.
also,
Doesn't matter because we just got through it real fast.
yeah, we bunked right through that. But if you're ever, oh, and there's a Ragnarok. There's one of those big sticks.
Yeah. I wonder. I imagine it's going to be going on to Edgar because Terra's got some good GP rain damage. So I can see that.
I mean, we're not exactly starved for choice. I don't know who exactly we're going to put it on. I haven't been paying too much attention to everyone's abilities. I don't think it's anything too noteworthy. If Mog can equip it,
Ooh, there's a lock.
there's a lock. If Mog can equip it, you could potentially put it, and
And
there's a Setzer.
Sixer.
I am never,
Wow.
I am never going to get to finish a thought unless our runners sync up somewhere.
Man, Setzer and oh man, Setzer and Locke both, and that's a VK on 102. I don't really know what else to say here. a
So that was
VK a VK on the second one.
so that's yeah. So that's VK offering on the table. Hopefully, Falconhit finds that offering in Figaro Basement, but might feel like we have enough juice to just kind of get it going.
Oh yeah,
As it and Pearl Earring in the chat is asking what Mo is weak to because we just kind of moved on in all the excitement. But Mo is not weak to any elements. Does absorb lightning, but is vulnerable to I believe it's Berserk and Stop are two ways I've used to deal with him. You can also mute, muddle, and slow Larry. But we
water
usually
apparently. Water apparently,
interesting.
as Swans is putting in the chat.
I'm probably looking at something that just doesn't say it. I think isn't I think Curly is weak to water too. And looks like we're finally getting a break with an easier boss here.
This can be a little long, but not too bad.
We'll take that over threatening.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like we're out of money.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like. As that just did 0.
So we had a very slight divergence. Falconhit has done Moogle defense, but Glue is going to end up finding everything else here, and I don't know if he'll end up doing Moogle defense after getting this lock and Setzer, because the seed is now totally open.
Yeah, now the big things are open to us. I think it was really good play putting doing that Moogle defense first and then going up. And also getting the levels. Also getting the levels on from the Gigantos fight.
Yeah. I'm assuming that Falconhit might feel like he has enough juice in the engine to not need to do much more looting. So I don't know if he'll end up finding that offering in South Figaro Basement. Especially with Edgar not being in the top spot, shows me that he's probably not that interested in shopping.
Oh, we're doing an assessor roll the balance check, I think, first.
Yeah, but we've got that. We've got that Ragnarok, which is gonna take care of things for a while. For now.
What was that? I didn't see it.
That was an Esper. I'm gonna guess Bismarck. No, Crusader. There was some exclamation marks.
Oh, Crusader. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're doing lock swirl the balance check. Interesting.
Yeah, probably trying to do as much as we can in the world of balance before we have to move over.
Okay. I mean, makes sense. Yeah, move the experience egg over to lock.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
And I don't know who ended up getting the Ragnarok, but one thing I was going to say is in a flag set like this where you can get a lot of random weapons, I wouldn't be opposed to putting it on someone like Mog if he has good stats and can equip it, because your Terras and your Edgars and your Locks have a pretty wide natural weapon pool, so you're probably going to find something for them eventually. But sometimes all that Mog can equip is that one Ragnarok.
We are fighting a Yeti.
Like Glue doesn't cry. We have to kill the Yeti. Drinks Glue, the biggest Umaro fan, probably in the
Cool.
world, honestly.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we got a proc here. That's a good one. Always glad for the extra damage.
And we've got the Bad Manner Green Cherry, where now we have to wait. Always feels rough, but
Well, we don't necessarily have to wait. No money. He's out of money. That feels bad.
and there's the final ball.
Yeah. Just sad when you run out of money when you're doing DP Rain. It's about the only thing Terra's good for right now.
Well, I can't be too sad with all of the XP eggs I've got and the Ragnarok I've got.
Realm?
And now the
Ooh,
Realm.
we got Murder Child. Ooh, with Throw. Oh, why? I wonder why he didn't take it. I wonder why he didn't take her.
At this point, we've only got shurikens, so it might just be thinking that we're fine with what we already have and we don't want to do a bunch of re-equipping.
That makes
it
sense.
It is a little sad to see someone say goodbye to a throw realm. Falcon
It
hit,
really
Falcon hit following the character train. So we'll see what we've got here.
Meanwhile, Drinks Blue is what I'm assuming is going after the VK. Wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you've got Lock. Someone's going to be able to use it. You've got that offering. I can't remember if we found any HP Espers, but VK offering can be pretty strong even without it. Ooh, and this is an awful fight for.
Oh yeah, I do not like this fight. This is not looking too good right now.
So the most annoying thing about this fight is that the Fortises will counter things with double arm, which can hurt, but can also just waste a lot of time. And as we've said before, these runners don't like wasting time.
I don't like wasting time either. Oh man, fixed dice is a bit. That's interesting.
Yeah, we do have Setzer, so we have a natural user for it. I don't know if it'll end up coming into play, but bye-bye Lock.
Bye Lock. Just got mauled there. Ugh.
It's so hard to commentate on two runners this good because they do everything very quickly. So I'm going to do a petition to Glue to be a little bit worse next time. And Lot continue to get the royal treatment.
Yeah, do a little bit swinging, and we win this fight at least. Good check. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rod. Someone can use it. Bot can use it at least.
Yeah, for as long as he's going to be not using that VK.
Yeah. It's a decent stick to hit with.
And one thing that you really notice with a flag set like this that has so many weapon swings is how fast the animations are. Someone just swinging a VK and doing like 1.5k damage can speed things up a lot more than you would feel about casting like Fire 2 for 1k damage.
Yeah, and well, especially if you have that offering, or you have what I like to call the Dragon VK, where you jump. You don't have the offering.
So we've got that fixed dice in our pocket if we feel like we end up needing it. We've got a VK offering on Glue's side, and we've got a Ragnarok. So at least for Glue, we've got two characters kind of figured out. Falconhead doesn't have the offering yet, but even a single swinging VK is something decent for Locke to be doing. But we still have two more people that we don't really have a job for, which will mostly come into effect later in the game.
Terra's kind of got a job as long as you have money.
Yeah, I guess I'm not thrilled to be using GP Rain against the statues, but it's respectable damage at that point, especially with that XP egg.
She definitely has a purpose. Probably the only purpose she has, though.
And if you wanted to know anything about the Razopas fight, sorry, because we're done talking about it.
Yep, fight's already over.
Now, I believe Glue did this and then is going to loop back to kill the dragon, unless he killed the dragon so fast I didn't notice.
Oh, I didn't see the dragon at all.
Or are we just leaving?
We're just leaving.
Yeah. Maybe we're trying to avoid getting that auto-reflect, getting that scaling up more.
Dadaloma. We got Daddy over here.
Hello?
Ooh, proc.
Now, hopefully this proc is enough to keep Daddy from doing his time waster.
Didn't one shot or whatever. There we go. Got him.
See, that's what I was saying about that. Like, 2K doesn't seem like a lot,
on
but...
On Drink's blue side, Locke got petrified.
Yep, got cockatriced by Daddy. I hate to see it.
An Esper?
Yeah, I agree with you, Schwantz. I don't know if we're trying to keep scaling down, but I feel like I probably would have taken that dragon, especially with two characters I'm still trying to figure out. Maybe we're just trying to hope that we have everything that we need.
Ramu,
because we're against Falconhead.
Ramu has HP plus 100%. That is really good.
Yep. So there's your VK, as if your VK offering user wasn't already solved. Schwantz, I'm with you on auto-reflect being good for statues. I did a Doom run recently where I didn't kill any dragons, and the ability to use Cure 2 in the final fight was not worth dying to everything that I should have just been reflecting with auto-reflect. And I'm not sure if we've seen anything that crazy that we'd want to be casting on our characters. But I can respect finding auto-reflect at least a little annoying.
Man, we're going to the same area, apparently. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, I guess it's not too surprising when you see two stellar runners like this do a lot of the same things. I mean, they're good choice. They're good checks for a reason.
Yeah.
Something Jazer just pointed out is that Terra has been magic boosting and just needs a spell. Something I also like to keep an eye out for when I'm running these flags is, you want your breakables, but especially something like a Pearl Rod, if you can find that in the shop. It's good against Doom, and it's good against Pulte, which are two very annoying things to face. So hopefully if we don't find any spells, we at least find something that we can break on a boss's head.
Okay, Oliver. Oh, we're killing it.
Yeah, you can kill it for the Tiger Mask, which you can sell for a bit.
Yeah, I just wasn't... for some reason I was expecting for us to just leave the fight. Or reset.
Now, I'm curious, Falconhead did save some time by skipping Figaro Basement, but doesn't have that offering that Glue got, so we'll see how much it ends up mattering.
Probably a lot, at least when we get to the end. I definitely see the damage. We'll definitely see Locke doing more damage on Drink's Blue's side, but don't know if the long run, it really will make too much of a difference. Maybe.
Speaking of the long run, are you familiar with the max scaling on these War of the Magi flags?
I am not. I am very much out of the loop of racing.
Perfect, it's fine. You know, as long as you can appreciate the Final Fantasy VI that we've got in front of us, that's all we need.
Yeah.
So normally in Worlds Collide, scaling caps out at level 40. Um, and at level 40, your statues are going to have Doom has 34,000 health, Poltergeist has 34,000, Goddess has about 26,000. In the War of the Magi Seeds, it's a scaling of 50. And that bumps Doom up to 43,000, Poltergeist to 43,000, and Goddess to 32,000. Every 2 checks you do in this flag set gives Poltergeist another 4,000 HP,
Hmm.
if I'm doing my math right.
Uh,
So it's
I,
pretty
I'm
threatening.
I'm used to Chaos Seeds where it's like 60, 70, some plus. So that's not really that threatening for me. I do Archipelago, so
Yeah, that
yeah.
gets a little bit weirder, but you know, not to mention another thing that's different about the War of the Magi Seeds is the 3 statue fights are the statue fights from vanilla but shuffled. So you're not going to be running into something easy like tunnel armor or you know one of the many ultras's in this game. You have to split into 3 parties to deal with 3 absolute powerhouses. And that's one reason why I kind of harp on having a job to do for everybody. Because it doesn't matter if you have that one Turbo Chad lock with Genji offering VK who can one-shot Poltergeist, because you can't be in 3 lanes at once.
I mean, he could, but it'd be really slow.
That's true. You could triple dive.
Yeah, you could triple dive, but not quite sure why Falcon Hit took that Soldier's Magitech Armor fight.
I mean, levels are king.
No,
And
that fight doesn't give any experience. That fight gives no experience.
well, maybe esteemed runner Falcon Hit forgot. I don't know. Maybe thought it was faster to do that than to find the smoke bomb.
I mean, I don't know. But
So I guess instead of talking about what's going to happen 30 minutes from now, we should talk about what's happening right in front of us. Um,
that's a
we've got,
shadow, is what that is.
yeah, Glue did the Gao Serpent Trench check and got Shadow. And we've got Falcon Hit fighting Tentacles, which I would rather see Tentacles here than in the tower, personally.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've had it where I've had like on the right side where there's one character or one good character, and it's a very very long fight.
Now, I don't remember what the skip requirements are because I believe this is 6 characters, 9 espers for unlock, but the skip requirements can vary a bit. A lot of the new characters that we've been getting have had really quick checks that you end up wanting to do, but new characters tend to lead to more characters. Luckily, we seem to have a pretty decent balance in terms of, you know, Glue has 7 characters, 7 espers. But it is a little risky doing all of those new checks that are available to you.
Just I guess peeking the auction house, which is a valid option while you're over there.
I mean, you'd rather do Auction House than Floating Continent for your last Esper.
That's definitely a fair point. Oh, I know what we're doing next. Down to 3 characters. Don't think.
Glue's trying to run away from the Yeti, but you know what must be done, my friend.
Yeah. Sorry, you have to murk him. Wow, what a fight.
Yeah, not a thrilling place to find it because you won't get any experience for this.
What a fight to find on the Veldt.
Yeah, and there is someone we got it on the first try. I don't believe Falcon Hits found any encounters that would make the Velt particularly annoying. If you run into... So the Velt, you can run into things that... any of like the random encounters or fixed encounters that you've run into so far. And that character Esper that you can get from Gao there won't appear... There's probably a bunch of complicated rules for it, but it tends to be if there's like 4 or more enemies in the formation, that it doesn't qualify. But we just got Gigantus. We got it on our first try. The rich get richer.
And unfortunately, during that Amara fight, Locke hit the bucket. He kicked the bucket.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's the one person you don't want kicking the bucket, but...
Yeah, especially with that VK.
Yeah. And we have currently our best guess for the skip requirements are 9 characters, 12 espers. So I can see wanting to dig, being more comfortable digging a little bit more for characters.
Yeah, especially since 8 currently at Drinkslu's currently at 8 and 7, so one more character should do it, right?
Yeah. And we're seeing the power of that lock with the offering as opposed to the...
Oh!
Lock needs to get it together, my friend. There are some states you're not allowed to do that in.
Yeah, definitely not. Ooh. I wonder if that was a mistake or if that was on purpose.
I'm guessing we just didn't feel it was worth the time investment to do the soft and everything that we need for that.
I'm talking about if Falcon had forgot to put on the Moogle charm or not.
Oh yeah, probably. I don't think anyone's starving for experience here.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
saying.
Glue, what are you going to be buying? We do have those Minervas, which I assumed... I couldn't remember where they were, but I was wondering if someone would want to go back for them.
This is World of Ruin Salthigro.
Yeah.
A Force Armor. Okay.
Yeah, we got a lot of magic that we're going to have to deal with for the statue fights. Minervas are great. They give good stats, and they make you immune to... Oh yeah, now we're finally taking that dragon. Something I learned recently, the Minerva, it makes you immune to fire, ice, and lightning damage, but it does have all the rest of the kinds of elements. And then we'll put force armors for everybody who can't wear Minervas.
So we're heading to Floating Continent on Drinkslu's End. That's interesting. That's an interesting play. It's very risky, but it can pay off.
Yeah, there's a few things we haven't seen, like the, Magi Masher we haven't seen, Doomgaze we haven't seen. I'm a bit more comfortable with it, given the VK offering. And we got a Brachiosaur.
I can definitely see doing that. You don't, take out Locke with that swing, but... Oh...
And Papa Shanga brings up a good point. Mog dying, at least it's not Locke. Glue could come out of Floating Continent with skip and unlock. If he gets 1 character, which brings him to 9 for the character skip, and then 2 espers. At the very least, he's guaranteed to get 2 pieces of progression. Guaranteed. Those could be 2 characters. They could be 2 espers. And then the third could be an esper or a dead check.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. That is... I like the play when you go to the Floating Continent, though. It's risky, but it can pay off.
Yeah. Especially with how important levels are in this. That Brachiosaur was a nice thing to run into. You also really don't want to hope that you'll find a better option later and then still have to do floating continent.
Yeah, definitely. Get through that fight. Get Siren. So that puts Falcon Head, I think, at 7-7? Number 128 on Drinks Blue side. Baby Inferno.
Yeah. Shouldn't be too much of a problem to beat.
Yep. And done already. Have
Yeah.
we seen what the Zen Thief is yet?
Zen Thief was it was an Esper. I believe it was Shote or something. Glue picked it up in the beginning. I don't know if Falcon Hit ever did. And Lock's Down is going to get a little bit nerfed because we get a
did?
full here.
Oh,
but
nice. We got a Final Kefka unlock on Falcon Hit's end.
interesting. I wonder if he's just going to go straight into it. Makes sense if, I mean, finding 2 characters can be a bit dicey. I think it was 3 more Espers we needed for Esper Skip. And we definitely got the levels to do.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if we just went in. So I imagine we're going to be doing some shopping first? That's what it looks like. Oh wow, another character for Prince Blue. And
Yeah.
that is his skip.
Yeah, so hopefully he gets 2 more Espers from this. If you're rooting for Glue, hopefully he gets 2 more Espers from this and can move straight into Skip.
We don't root for we root for both of them, but yeah. Equal sides.
Now, this is, our runners are doing well, but I can't tell if these runners are just fantastic, if this is a particularly Jetty seed, or both.
Yeah, we did see a unlock at 44 minutes. That's pretty early.
Yeah, Chaser in the chat saying with eggs you should be strong enough to jump straight in. I mean, without those eggs, I can't imagine feeling that confident in it. But you can always, worst case, do a double dip. No one wants to do a double dip. And we have Falcon Hit going into KT.
All right, we're not double dipping.
And I'm not sure, because I can't see how many checks they have, but I don't believe that Falcon Hit is at max scaling yet. Because I don't think we've seen too many dead checks. So the bosses in KT will be a little bit weaker. He has 18, which is 2 checks away from max scaling. So, not too significant, but it can be enough to want to not bother doing any more checks.
Please remind me what our check scaling, like what the all the scaling times is per in time it increases. Is it checks plus whatever or?
Yeah, in War of the Magi, it's checks, 2.5 levels per check. So at 20 checks, you've hit 50 scaling. Although it might even be sooner because you have the +3 boss levels at the start.
Yeah. All right. So I think the +3 it doesn't count towards the scaling. I don't think it does. I think that there's oh my goodness. Well, bye, Setzer. But yeah, I don't think it counts towards the scaling. I think it's the scaling plus the stuff at the start. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm sure one of the smarties in chat can answer it. Personally, once I'm 20 checks in, I haven't thought too much about the difference between things being like level 50 and things being level 53.
Please correct me if I'm wrong, though. Ooh, we are seeing level magic
Yeah,
on Drinks Blue's end.
nice little time waste there.
Ugh, hate it when I fight one of those things. Sure, anyone does, though. Oh, there's Inferno. It's a way to fight Baby Inferno and then Big Brother Inferno. Fantastic. And hiding in between. Wow, yeah, that VK's doing work. Yep. Wow, all 4 of those hits went directly on the body.
It's exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, though.
And I believe that means that we needed 4 hits to kill the body, because once it's killed a target, it'll move on to another one.
Yeah.
And Glue really wants to see an Esper here, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Yes, exactly. Locke understood the assignment. Oh, man. So, Final Kefka unlock, and he has to skip, so that is a big up on Drinks Blue's side. Whereas
Yeah.
Falcon Hit did not have the skip when he went in. So
Yeah,
let's see.
no skip for Falcon Hit, and I would say probably weaker offense overall. This is probably just the commentator thing of me paying too much attention to talking and not enough attention to what's going on. But I don't know what offense we really have besides that Ragnarok and that VK.
I don't think we have much. I think we're doing magic besides that. I'm pretty sure.
Papa Shanga says Ice 2.
Yeah, Ice 2. Our other offense. Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, we might have some breakables that I don't know about, which can definitely carry you through. All I know is we definitely don't have to worry about this lock having a hard time.
Unequipping the red cap, exiting, and then going back in and equip the red cap. Good move there. Boon Baba.
And Realm going to be doing a little bit of team killing to make that VK damage do more.
Yep, I definitely agree with that. We might see a Fumbaba being dead here. Oh,
yeah.
More HP than I thought.
I think that's just Realm being better that, despite being a throw Realm, she wasn't taken to the tower.
This realm was taken to the tower. But
Well, not really taken to the tower.
I mean, it's kind of a side. So we have Drinks Blue probably 1-2 minutes ahead. Just got finished defeating the Guardian boss, and Falcon Hit is on the Guardian boss. So probably like 1-2, something like that, minutes apart. But this is why we have quick. This is why we have quick.
This is definitely one of the people that I want, one of the parties that I want to be seeing with Pulte, because Pulte has high defense and is a monster, but VK can cut through that defense, and we've got quick, so there we go. Poltergeist, one of the most annoying statues, going down. This does mean that our Ragnarok user could end up facing against Goddess, which can be a bit annoying with Love Token, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Hey, do we have if nothing else, I don't know if we've got any Dragonhorn Dragoon boots or whatnot, but we do have an Ortlands now.
I wish.
If nothing else, Oh, can someone else use that VK? Took it off. Taking off the offering too. What?
Yeah,
Okay.
equipment shuffling is a very underrated tactic, especially here where things are so dangerous. I mean, the most extreme example is if you have a paladin shield, just moving it around to each party.
Yeah, are we gonna see if VK can go on anyone else? Or did take it off? Did also take the offering off, so
Looks like Terra can use the VK. Falcon Hit not gonna have a great time with this Poltergeist fight.
oh, drinks glue. Haven't this is gross.
So Goddess can counter physical attacks with Love Token, which means that if you try to swing again, you will attack yourself.
Yeah.
Offering kind of bypasses it in a sort of weird way, where if you have Offering, it's fine. But we did get one hit. Oh, and there's the other one. But hopefully between those two hits and the flares going through, we'll get through it. Goddess likely having the least HP.
I didn't see. Did we get hit with love token at all in that fight?
On the second one, yeah.
Well, doesn't really matter because the fight's over. But
And we're seeing on Falcon Hit's side the kind of things that we didn't get to talk about when Glue was fighting Poltergeist.
yeah, are we
Just
getting hit with like stop blaster? Because that's something he can do.
I don't believe Mog has any way of dealing with the no like fire immunity or anything. We have a Minerva or something on Edgar because he hasn't been dying to fire. But I mean, it's just one goner away from things going downhill.
So VK, okay.
Yeah, PK offering will be good here because we're about to fight Doom.
Yeah, only
And
stack the
Doom's
boss left.
yeah, Doom's latter phase involves having the image status and being kind of annoying to hit, which offering bypass.
Yep. That and the Illumina, but we don't have that. Okay, good. That didn't. Oh man, Falcon Hit's having a hard time here.
Yeah.
And we definitely don't want to be solo character here.
Yeah, weight tricking as much as you can against Poltergeist is super important because he just does so much stuff.
Yeah, this fight's taking a while because unfortunately, not a good party for this. Ooh, got hit with Meteor now. Ooh, this is bad.
I haven't been keeping track of how much HP Poltergeist has.
Oh, that's not good. That's definitely not good.
Now, if you're wondering why two people are blue on Drinks Glue's side, Doom can use North Cross, which can freeze party members, and is probably the most annoying status in the game. But doesn't seem to phase Glue too much. The person who needed to not get frozen did not get frozen. And Glue is finished with his statues, while Falconet is still working on this Poltergeist.
At 5630. Man. Yep, reset. Figured we would see a reset of that. It's not worth it. Just try again.
Yeah, maybe shuffle some equipment around or try some of the other statues first.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Yep. I think we're gonna. What are we gonna see? Yeah, definitely gonna have some protection on Mog here. I imagine.
Our runners were surprisingly close after the skip in terms of, glue landing in here um, just a little bit before Falconhead got to it. But we really see Drinks Glue's incredible offense. And by that I mean VK offering, paying dividends.
Into on the switches. So we're almost to the final fight here on Drinks Blue's side. Probably gonna enter the fight about 50, probably about 57, 59 maybe 58 minutes.
Yeah, if you want to place your bets on how long it's going to take Glue to kill Final Kefka, now's the time to do it, as we are getting in at 58:08.
Why don't we talk about the first tier?
Yeah. So the first tier, we've got Old Man yelling at you for trying to get on his farm. We've got the left hand, we usually instant kill with Break or Doom or something. The top head has the most HP, and when you kill it, it counters with Quake if it's the last thing alive. So that usually gets killed either first or second. And then the right arm just counters stuff by bonking you. And that usually gets killed last.
And the one in the back counterattacks. Can counterattack with Shockwave, which is not ideal either. So
Yeah, you don't usually see those shockwaves come out from the left arm because we usually instant kill it. But that's another reason why you don't want to just instantly kill everything and then pick all the death counters.
Oh, and we're done with tier 1. That was fast.
Yeah, we have a nice mix of single target damage and spread damage. Having, as nice as VK offering is, having something that can bonk exactly who you want to bonk is nice. Do you want to tell us about tier 2?
Sure, I can. I'll definitely do that. So, tier 2 has Hit, the top right, Tiger, the bottom right, Tools is in the middle, and then the very left side is Magic. Magic can be muted, which is exactly what Drinks Glue did with the Siren. Tools can be instantly killed, but can also be hit with instant death. Tiger does some nasty attacks, but is weak against ice. One of which he can turn you into a zombie. And then Hit just punches, but is weak against stop. And counterattacks upon when he's dead, he counterattacks with his 10 hits.
Oh, that's a little rough. The
Yeah.
cross there.
Tiger can do North Cross into the zombie attack. Never a good thing.
And congratulations to Falconhead for finally getting past Poltergeist.
Yeah.
It looks like Glue is doing the strategy of you can't be frozen if you're dead. I believe freeze lasts 90 seconds, so I can see wanting to just, make this happen.
Yeah. Especially when you're doing a race here. You want to go fast.
And something that Jazer pointed out, Tara is swinging an Excalibur, and she was still doing quad nines. I don't know if it's just the levels, the vigor boost, all of the above. But if you're doing a Doom Seed, don't be afraid to swing some random things. They're going to be stronger than you expect.
Now on to Goddess. We're definitely seeing some good damage go out. With drinks glue.
Yeah,
Ooh,
taking the time to get everybody back up
Grand
after that
Train.
freeze.
Ooh, yeah, that's definitely worth it there.
Glue's
Uh,
probably feeling. Sorry, go ahead.
a nice kill on Goddess there. No love token for us today. On Falconet side, a second statue defeated.
Yeah,
Yes.
Falconet could catch up if things go sideways in Final Kefka for Glue. Glue's probably feeling the heat right now, having to do all of that defreezing. Little does he know he's actually in a pretty fine spot. I believe the only thing he has for calmness protection is Phantom, which won't be too hard to make use of because he has that VK offering. And the one person who you want to get demied did not get demied.
Yeah.
Now, Glue is approaching tier 3. Tier 3 is composed of the dude in front named Sleep and the lady in the back named Lady. Lady only has 9,999 HP, is probably going to get bonked in one hit. Does absorb all elements and will frequently cast Pearlwind. Ooh, and let's see who goes down to this Merton.
Ooh.
And Lady also will revive Sleep if you kill Sleep before Lady. So we usually start off by killing Lady, and then we just have to deal with Sleep in the front. The tricky thing about killing Sleep is that when you've done about 30,000 damage to it, oh, bye-bye, Edgar.
That's definitely not good. That's definitely not good. Oh, yeah, that's problematic.
So once you've done 30,000 damage, it's a little bit less than that. Sleep will start countering with Meteo, which is non-elemental damage. Let's say goodbye to Mog.
Again.
Again, yeah. And that you can also counter with Train, which is a party-wide mute and blind. So you have to get him down to from 30,000 damage to about 40,000 damage to kill him. And with the VK offering, anything that can break the damage cap, you can get through that without having to see the counters.
So are we just going to say goodbye to Edgar? Is that what we're doing now?
That's what it seems like. I mean, we have Phantom. We know that Locke will survive. Locke's going to do quick VK offering, and that's going to make quick work of Kefka.
So I guess we're saying goodbye to Edgar because, well, it's gone for when a character gets KO'd at the end of a tier and you're moving up. You lose that character for the rest of the fight. So
yeah, luckily Glue has 5 other characters to fill that slot, but basically nobody matters here but Locke.
yeah, Locke at this point. He was doing 8,000 damage with that VK offering. Yeah, I don't see Kefka lasting very long. Especially if you burn that quick.
Yeah, we'll see.
Are we going to burn that quick? Yes, we are. We're burning the quick. Yeah, I was about to say, if we burn the quick, we definitely aren't going to be able to. He's definitely going to be lasting very long.
Yeah, especially with these rolls. As long as you're doing 8k a hit, it's going to be fine. And it looks like that's going to be the crack pow for Glue at 1:22.
And that's GG's for Drinks Glue.
So it looks like that was about 8 minutes and was that 14 seconds? Probably slower than Glue wanted, but I'm sure Glue is just happy to have done first. And it looks like we have Glue in the chat. Glue, how are you doing? Congratulations.
Thank you. Doing pretty good. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely GG's on that, finding that offering, and then that VK. was definitely a big thing. I don't think when I saw Falcon Hit had that offering. So
Yeah, Falcon Hit faded the basement.
No, the offering is pretty lucky because there's really no point to do the basement with that start. However, because I saw the experience eggs for sale and they happen to be only 45K, I was like, I could possibly muster enough money in the basement for 2 of these if I run through the basement real fast. And then there was something even better in the basement, so it's pretty fortunate there with that.
Yeah. When you skipped into tower, you ended up being like, I think you had just killed Guardian when Falcon Hit was starting to fight Guardian.
Mhm.
And by the time, I believe it was by the time you killed all of the statues, Falcon Hit had managed to kill Poltergeist.
Mhm.
So had a much harder time without any kind of like VK offering, just relying on single hit VK and single hit Ragnarok. But I don't know if you knew that. I don't know how you were feeling going into that.
Um, I kind of figured I might have been the only person running around with an offering VK, 100 plus HP Esper, and 3 experience eggs. So that is why I was kind of like at a point there thinking I might finish in under an hour if I guessed right in these last few checks. And then I went on the string of character runs when I needed just Espers, and that's when I decided, you know what? I am probably fortunate with my equipment. I have time to spare to go to Floating Continent. It is no way the fastest possible way to get into the tower. However, I either A, go up there, get all my espers, and come down and go into the tower, or B, I come down with more characters, my skip, and more quick checks to do espers in the 10 minutes it took me to do Floating Continent. So I was very much aware that either I probably had an equipment advantage and just kind of, made decisions based off of that.
I do want to butt in. Cirrus, that's not entirely correct. You came in with a Ragnarok and Flare during that
Ah,
project. I
yes. How could I forget?
just want to interject there.
Yeah,
Um,
usually a magic power plus 2 Esper and Flare is good enough. But I had
the, ma- the
there's better to be had.
Yeah, the main issue was it was Ragnarok Edgar
Mhm.
and Flare Mog against Pulte, but Mog didn't have a way to negate fire damage.
And and Falcon had to reset out of it and then put the ice shield on Mog, and then was able to do that fight.
But that's enough talking about Falcon Hit. Glue, GG, very well done. Good job recognizing the powerhouses that you had on your team and just going to town. We did all want to know, why didn't you take that dragon after you got the Tritalk spot?
Um, Lock. I just needed to get to the final fight around the 25-minute mark when I saw that there was a BK up there with Lock. I just needed to get to the final fight. So Ragnarok and Flare takes one lane. Terra could wear the VK, that takes the other lane. Locke gets VK and he takes the other lane. That's it. It was all decided at around the 25-minute mark as soon as I saw that BK. So there is nothing that Dragon could have done, given me, that would have changed anything I wanted to do. All it would have done is give me Reflect, which at that point in time, I wasn't sure it was going to benefit me or not. Plus, when you're racing against Falcon Hit, you can't get cute when you play against Falcon Hit. Um, you need no matter how good you think you are or aren't, you need to have an equipment advantage, or you need to get lucky some way somehow to beat him. I knew the seed was giving me luck. I figured absolutely his worst case scenario, he's running around with 3 experience next to me as well, and I just need to cut time some other way. Maybe I'm more fortunate. Maybe at worst we're equally fortunate. So it was just nothing that Dragon could do can help me clear the seed faster. Even if it gives me Illumina. Getting an Illumina makes Terra cooler, but it doesn't improve my ability to clear the seed faster. Just make our party stronger. But nobody needs to act but lock until I get to the tower. So
Yeah, I was a little bit worried about what job you were going to have Tara do, but good foresight figuring out who else can run the VK offering.
Yeah, and yeah, we were. So it was very unfortunate that we had a throw realm, but no one could have probably used her very well. I
Mhm.
do want to know what it was like to kill Yeti.
I was heartbroken. I typed in forfeit in the race room there for a second, but I got my composure back. I was able to recover and move on.
Now, does it surprise you to know that Falcon Hit showed no remorse whatsoever?
I would expect not, so.
Yeah. Unfortunately, sometimes that's the way you get to the top.
Yeah, we saw you trying to run away from the fight because you didn't want to do it. But yeah, yeah, GG's on all that. That was actually a pretty good time, to be honest.
Thank you.
Um, overall, what'd you think of the run?
I like Doom's frag set for that reason. You always end up with strong power some way somehow, and that's just nobody wants to run around swinging a flame saber the entire seed like the first 20 minutes. But after that 20-minute mark and business picked up, things got fun.
Yeah, it was a
Uh,
very exciting start, seeing almost all of the ingredients for the cake.
yeah,
But
that
just waiting on the flour.
I
Oh no.
almost left because the first fight was the Fortis and the Sky Base, or the Dueler Sky Base, and I almost got back in the airship and left. I went inside, and then it was Chaos Dragons. It took like a good 7 minutes. When you're swinging, I accidentally stole the crystal sword, and I didn't mean to. Uh, I wanted that crystal sword for the first few fights until I came across something better, and I sold it out of just pure instinct. So I'm sitting there swinging a hardened and a mithril pike, and the mithril knife. The Chaos Dragons died.
I believe you were the one who told me that Chaos Dragons take like 10 turns to do anything and give a lot of experience.
They have 10 turns in their script. On turn 3, they have a 1-3 chance of doing disaster, and then like on turn 9 or 10, they have another 1-3 chance of doing disaster, and they don't do anything else. It's like somebody forgot to go back in and put other stuff for them to do. And they're the double Chaos Dragon with Equivalence. It's like one of the top 5 experience dense fights. They're not as dense as double Gigantos, but there's 2 of them plus the bird, so they're also generally easier to take down if you're not swinging a mithril knife at level 3 at them.
Speaking of Gigantos, we found out from Falcon Hit, who did he did the Narsh monster in a box, and it happened to be Giganto trap chest. Was surprising. So they got some good experience off of that one.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Always nice to find Gigantos.
Now, Glue, Papa
Mhm.
Shanga in chat asks, how can someone become as fast as our runners, Glue, Falcon Hit, and all of our other pros?
Ooh, there are multiple ways. Luckily, I won't speak myself, but Falcon Head is actually one of the nicest people, most knowledgeable, great guy, obviously tremendous player. But he has been, over the years, he's always been a very lending ear to myself. And fortunately, in this community, a lot of the top players are just like Falcon Hit in that they are an open book, whether it's Gar, whether it's Golden Shocker, whether it's Papa Shango, yourself, Saras. We have our mentor program, which composes a lot of those people. We also have the Moogle Cup, which pairs you with a mentor to allow you to learn how to play the game. So there are various avenues to learn the game, run with it, and see what you can make of it.
And that is a perfectly timed answer because that is a GG for Falcon Hit.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, Glue, do you want to stick around and hear Falcon Hit discover that there was an offering somewhere?
I'll just send him. I know what I'm gonna do. Yes, I'll stick around while he comes in.
He's
I
in a
did
waiting room,
notice.
so... Oh, there he
And
is.
we are joined by Falcon Hit. GG's.
GG Falcon Hit.
And I did see the double lock calmness block. That was awesome.
Falconhead seems to be at a loss for words. Or a weird Discord setting. Glue, while Falconhead can't defend himself, would you like to talk any crap? Oh, too late.
Do not talk the crap. I am here.
I said nice things.
God, what a... I mean, this scene was over in 12 minutes, right?
So how do you think things went for Glue that maybe they went differently for you?
I think Glue found an offering and this offering VK'd the entire seed to death.
Now, what would give you that impression?
I mean, everything. I mean, wildly gestures towards the entire seed. It's okay. If I didn't lose 6 minutes on the Poltergeist, I would have been on tier 3 when Glue finished, which would have made me mildly quite a bit happier. But I took those 6 minutes on that Polty because I was too stubborn to reset after 3 minutes. And then I got into a revive loop, and I was just like, I should just reset. I should just reset like 4 minutes ago. It is what it is. That's just me being too stubborn.
Yeah, Glue was killing the Guardian spot around when I think you were landing at Guardian. So it was pretty close, even though Glue ended up doing Skip and Floating Continent.
Yeah, Floating Continent.
There was an offering in the basement because I found eggs for sale.
Boo basement. I found those eggs and I just like didn't care about basement. Maybe I should have done it for money, but then I was like, I was counting my money and I was like, I think this is enough for 2 eggs, which means I can skip basement. And I was right. I was enough for exactly 2 eggs. I had exactly 90k.
Oh.
And then I sold the drill. I sold the drill because I needed money to GP rain because that was my early game.
But yeah, the offering was in the basement. And I figured like there's no point. I was like, if at worst he has the same eggs as me, and he did the same thing, and so I was like, you know what? Worst case scenario, we're running even. I'm just gonna go to Floating Continent, and I either A, come down with Skip, or B, come down with more characters. Or excuse me, I either A, come down with requirements, or B, I come down with more characters that gives me Skip plus faster checks. So I was down to like some crappy checks to get the last few espers. So I was like, you know what? I've been pretty fortunate. Let's not goof around and do things like Zozo when I can get on the ground and Floating Continent at the same time.
Man, talking about fortunate, I made some questionable check decisions that ended up paying off because they were just espers. Like I did Owzers, it was an esper. I did dried meat check, it was an esper.
Yeah.
And then I just did Zenthi for the ender, and I was just like, oh, I got like exceptionally lucky. But that Narc was so stacked. You go into that treasure house, you kind of know because Terra's check was like 22 chests, nothing good.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, oh, the good stuff has to be somewhere.
Maybe there were warp stones in there for some reason.
Yeah, there were 2 warp stones. I mean, I didn't have my warp stones, which was pretty nice. Also, can we talk about this flag set? Because
of course.
I kind of... Okay, so at a certain point in shop randomization and no eggs, and eggs in shop, I feel like it becomes like a gamble on whether you're supposed to go to shops to try to find eggs, because that's like the seed, right? If you find eggs, it's GG. In this seed, it was really easy to find, but I was like so prepared to go to World of Bounce Lamaza into what is that town called? What's left of Lamaza? Is that Mobiles?
Yeah, it's Mobiles.
Oh, I would have gone World of Bounce Mobiles looking for eggs because I'm 35% shop randomization, which is what the seed is about the border where egg hunting is correct.
Yeah, there should be 1 to 2 eggs in every seed, on average. With wait, hold on, let's do a little napkin math.
While you're doing that math, I will say, having run a few goddess flag sets recently, which has an even higher random rate, I've been very annoyed by not finding anything good despite spending some extra time searching. So you can really never know.
Yeah, that's true. Even goddess is even better, right? I think it's like
50%, 60%, yeah.
Yeah, there should be a little over 2 eggs in every seed. That's not saying they're guaranteed, but they're out there.
It's not guaranteed, but this is like the tipping point where looking for eggs is like worthwhile.
I do think at the very least you wouldn't want to skip a shop that you know that your opponent is probably going to check.
For sure. But like, yeah. Oh, did you see my Kefka? My clock was a champion. Blocked two what was it? 2 columnists, and then just like I had just barely enough damage to do Kefka 4.
Yeah, it was a lot more interesting than what was happening on Glue's side, which is letting his Edgar die because it didn't matter.
Yeah,
and then
Edgar.
using Phantom PK over it.
Once Edgar connected on lock after 17 swings, his job was done.
Yo, so true. That was a beautiful Kefka 4 fight that I almost beefed because I didn't take the ice shield off, and then bad things could have happened. Also, shoutouts to Edgar surviving a hyperdrive. My goat.
Yeah, I was really I saw that Ultima come out and I'm like, oh goodness. That's surprising. That Poltergeist using Ultima.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, Ultima, but then it's a poltergeist, so I was like, okay, it should be fine. Because this
It's just
poltergeist and
it's
the
just not
Kefka are like
something
the same.
it's just not what you expect to see, you know?
I mean, it's 2.5, right? 2.5, it's like ultimate bravery. You have to be prepared for the worst.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's very fair too.
You know, you normally don't see, because like in Ultras League it's 2, and I don't think Ultras League even caps out at the highest elemental scaling.
Nope.
But in 2.5 it does, and if you look at the elemental scaling on the high end, it's like all hyperdrive. The non-elemental is like hyperdrive, Ultima, Grand Train, and like one more, maybe like W Wind to be kind, but like it's nasty stuff.
Yeah, I've had a few poltergeist fights in that kind of scaling where I'm just holding A and hoping that he doesn't roll up high on something because I'm completely immune to everything else he has. But if he happens to cast the wrong thing, I just die instantly.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so mad that I was in that poltergeist fight twice. He didn't cast stop and do the funny. I wanted him to do the funny, and then it would have been an easy fight, but then he didn't, so I got like rolled. It is what it is.
Now, how do you feel about, so for the War of the Magi, we've got this and the 2 other flag sets. Which is your favorite so far?
Glue, go first. I'm thinking.
My favorite one is the next one.
Is
You
that
want me
like
to, would you like me to elaborate so you can think more, my friend?
Yes, please.
Okay. No, I just like the concept of putting people together, and it allows, over the month you can play, goof off, make friends, and then have a lightly competitive environment with the leaderboard you can strive over if you're so inclined to do so. And each one of the flag sets, I like that they're a little harder than what most people play, but they're giving in their own ways. So it just presents a different way to play and enjoy Worlds Collide with friends in a lightly competitive environment. And that's my favorite thing about this community is just doing things together, playing together, exploring things, but also like if you'll notice across all the groups, everybody is helping each other. It's not cutthroat. It's not keeping secrets to themselves. It's all helping everybody learn and grow and achieve whatever it is they want to achieve.
I think it's poltergeist. I like what Glue said. I think this flag set, despite being 2.5, is really chill
Mhm.
because the experience scaling is characters as dragons. So and the health and levels is checks. So at the beginning of this flag, the main problem that I found with 2.5 is that you start with 3 characters. So if it's if the health and levels is also characters as dragons, you're like very disadvantaged at the
Mhm.
start. You don't really want to do checks because you don't want your scaling to go out of control. But also that's like the fun of World Slide, right? With this one, you start advantaged because they start lower level than you. Not lower level, but like they start lower level than normal, I guess I should say. So you're free to do checks, which is really nice. I like that about these flag sets because they all have this sort of scaling, right? I think it's Poltergeist because I think relics are underappreciated, and I like finding like a Genji glove, and like you can make up the weapons, right? So I like having the relics, the thing that makes weapons stronger, and then you just make up the weapons along the way. It's pretty fun.
Iridas, did you have any questions for Glue or Falcon Hit? Because if you let me talk, I can keep them here all day.
I was kind of curious how you both were going to how you both were gonna feel going forward with this.
That was my last race for this month. So now I can focus on finishing the spreadsheet with the leaderboard. I kind of band-aided it, but I know what I need to do so I can automate a lot of it and just plug in numbers. Everything will take care of itself. But I'm looking forward to working on that. I like working on spreadsheets sometimes.
My next race is the 20th against. Hang on a second. I scheduled this yesterday. And the 19th against Fiery Blizzard, and then the 20th against Papa Shango. I'm looking forward to both those matches. And yeah, this flex is all of these flexes are really fun. So I'm looking forward to both of them.
It looks like our C command is not fully updated yet. That's unfortunate. But yeah, follow our runners, follow our restream. Definitely.
Yeah, Glue, Falcon Hit, do y'all have anything you want to shout out?
I'll get you next time, Glue. Next time.
I'll see you in 2027 when we do it again.
Nice reference there, Falcon Hit.
Yeah, Falcon Hit, we do have a good mentor program.
Yo, so
you
true.
need some lessons.
I'll sign up only if I get Glue.
It's a date.
Then I'll learn his secrets and then defeat him.
I'll check my schedule.
It's funny.
Well, GG, everybody. Thank you to our streamer, what do you call the person who does the thing that Papa Shanga is doing right now?
Restreaming?
Restreamer, yeah. Thank you to our restreamer, Papa Shango. Thank you to our runners for letting us watch you struggle for our amusement. And thank you to our tracker, Warren Traveler. You all had the hardest jobs. Eridos and I just got to talk about our beloved game, Final Fantasy VI. So thank you all for being here tonight.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you, Papa Shango, everybody. Eridos, Ceres for doing commentary. Warren Traveler for tracking. And GG's again, Falcon Hit, my friend.
Yep. Thanks to the crew and GG's.
Yep.